Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is straight out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back with episode 5, I believe, of the Oakland A's Association, or so I just said franchise. Excuse me, it's thinking 2K, but anyway, so we just finished out a disappointing 2013. However, it was not all a failure. Really, when we got to August, I believe we were 44 and 72 at one point. And we finished the year 30 and 16 after looking at some of this. We went on a few really big win streaks and really finished out the season strong. Also, both of our, I believe our AA affiliate won the Texas League Championship. Our AAA affiliate lost in the finals or something. So that means that our farm system is doing well. That's good. So we're going to look at the postseason brackets, see who made it. I'll say Washington beats New York in this. Actually, I'll say the other way around. New York beats Washington. So let's simulate the playoffs. And hopefully in this offseason, we're looking to try to acquire maybe a big name or two. And Nationals beat the Tigers. Okay. So anyway, time for the offseason. Our budget got decreased. Wow. The Rangers, I don't know why I care about the Rangers making moves. But anyway, alright, it's not going to make me look at their stats, but anyway, we have a lot of progressions. Let's see what our highest C overall is going to be. We're just next up to a B. Okay, so our highest C overall right now is probably Derek Barton, Summer Risnick, Harvey Hamilton, Appel, Miller, all guys that have progressed up to Bs, Belt, Profar, and a lot of them have kept their potential. Martinez and Doolittle were never A's, so yeah, I don't think we've lost any of our A potentials yet, which is good. At least not any of our big ones. Because sometimes if they have bad years, they will go down to B's or something like that, which is not too good. All right, so team's looking good so far. Let's get into the off season. I didn't see which coaches we had to get, but Ryan Flanker retires. That's fine. He was really bad for us. Although he did have 47 saves on a very bad ERA. Alright, so manage contracts. This is when I usually throw contracts and stuff at people, so I guess I will be back when I'm done with all this. Okay, so I'm back. I made some big offers at these three guys, Weeks, Moustakas, and Anderson. I might look to trade Anderson though, just because we have such a just a large amount of pitching in our farm system. So I might like to trade him if he accepts this offer. It's like a 5-year, $25 million, $26 million deal. And I tried to get Moustakas and Weeks for the long haul. We'll see what we do with Moustakas. I definitely want to keep him. But if Olt kind of looks good and Moustakas becomes too expensive, then maybe we'll look to deal Moustakas. But other than that, a lot of guys we just kind of threw contract offers at and tried to re-sign most of our farm system. So we're going to simulate through here. We'll also look at hiring coaches. Alright, so we got Brett Anderson. Got Jamal Weeks, I saw. Christian Martinez, Leo Teran. Some big prospects. Becker. I really want Moustakas to sign. Holtzen. Merkin Valdez. Alright, we got Moustakas. That's good. Yeah, keep simulating. So, let's just look at my free agents. Alright, so we got the big three guys that we wanted. That leaves us with under $5 million in budget. So that really makes me want to trade Brett Anderson. So I might look to try and deal him for some more pitching prospects, possibly. He would save us a bunch of cap room. Parker. I don't know if I want to trade Parker, though. But I think Anderson's not going to grow too much more. He's 26. So I'd rather invest more in kind of these four guys, plus Holtzen, plus Odorizzi. So we really have a lot of A potential pitchers. So it really gives me some freedom on trying to trade one of these two guys, just because they're on kind of big contracts. So I might look to trade Brett Anderson, but let's just we have to hire some coaches. So let's see. We have no manager and no hitting coach. Okay, so I'd like to get Bob Melvin back if I could. I like Bob Melvin. 3 years. Yeah, sure. I cannot afford. Because I'm so far under the budget. Okay, so I definitely have to look at some trades first. So I'm going to try and dump Brett Anderson. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and really the problem with trying to trade Brett Anderson right now is that a lot of the guys that I want to go after are not under contract. So, like, I'd like to get two solid A potential pitchers back for him. So, like, I could go after Duffy and Fernandez, but neither of them are under contract. I could go over to the Diamondbacks. try to go after Bauer and Skaggs, maybe Skaggs, and both of them aren't under contract, so it's really hard. If worst comes to worst, I could go after Ruby De La Rosa, and then maybe, I'm not really too sure. Or what was the other one that I found? Yeah, Carlos Martinez and Ryan Ludwig, possibly. So I don't know. We'll see about that. For now, though, I think I'm just gonna have to continue the off season and try to go without really too much of a budget, quite frankly. So what we need to do is set our 40-man roster. So let's just go to all, check our A potentials. Make sure they're all in the 40-man. I'm pretty sure they all are going to be. I'll just check past here. In fact, I don't know if we have any past this. Daniel Norris, not on the 40-man roster. We should add him. Another A potential starter pitcher, which is really what makes me feel fine about dumping Brett Anderson. Yeah. All right, so let's just manage contracts quickly. So we really won't be able to go after any of these guys, but that's fine. If we do acquire a big name star, it'll be on a guy on a cheap contract. So Tyler Cloud, I thought he might have been a good player, like an A potential or something. But yeah, so we're likely not gonna find anyone here who's like an A or something. So I'm really, not missing out on this free agent class, and I think we're pretty good, pretty set. So anyway. Okay, Mauer called up to the majors. Okay. I thought he would already be up there, quite frankly. Alright, so I'm going to keep simulating, and I'll be back. Alright, so we're back with the Rule 5 draft. Let's see if anything happens. Usually nothing happens. I doubt anything will happen. Christian Cabales. Yeah, nothing interesting here. Skip selection. And that's the game. Okay. So that was it for the Rule 5 draft. Rays got Paul Konerko. And I'm going to keep simulating. Alright, so I'm back for probably the last time. Now we're getting towards the end of spring training. And I'm going right up until the last day. One sec. Alright. So I'm going right up until the last day. I do want to stop simulating. And I'm waiting until hopefully a lot of these guys are under contract so I can finally try and trade Brett Anderson. So let's see if we can do Power and Skaggs. No, okay. Well, I'm going to look for some good deals. And yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so I'm going to do this Trevor Bauer and Tyler Skaggs deal. Skaggs, whatever. For Brett Anderson, who is basically just going to salary dump. And then I'm giving up Anthony Rendon because I don't need him behind Olt and Moustakas. And then Oscar Tavares because I have Reddick. And then I also have, Cespedes, Brown, Choice, Marisnik, all these guys, plus Martin soon. Hopefully it'll progress a little bit. So I likely might even try to trade Josh Reddick eventually too, but just because his salary is kind of big. So we're going to trade these. I'm just going to actually see if I can throw in anybody else. Maybe like... Oh, I don't know. J.R. Bradley. What's his C potential? Yeah, I don't know. David Hernandez would be great, but I don't think they'll do that. Yeah, okay. I think we'll just do this deal. I don't see us getting anything else out of this. Yeah, okay. Do that deal. And then... wow, Bauer's already pretty high overall. That's good. So we'll fit right in. And then I'm going to try and trade Josh Reddick too, so I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back. I found a good deal for Josh Reddick. I'm going to be giving up Reddick and B potential catcher Max Stassi, who I believe was traded in real life this past offseason, and I think the Jed Lowry deal. I feel fine doing this because we have Mesoraco, Norris, and Darno, and we're getting a very nice left-handed arm out of the pen. He's under contract for another year after this one, which is good, so we'll be signed for cheap. JP Howell. So I really like this deal. I'm actually going to see if there's anyone else who I kind of overpaid, I think, for possibly like a role player type role, like Brandon Inge. Of course, I won't do that. Yeah, I'd like to really dump as much salary as I can. Oh, Grant Green's getting a ton of money. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of him. Yeah, okay. We'll do the Grant Green. Probably should have thrown in some more players in there, but whatevs. It is what it is. Okay. So I think that's the only guys that I really want to salary dump. Now we can go on with making the rest of our moves. I'm just going to go through. Let's just get down to like these guys and see who's making too much money. If anyone's making over like $1 million at this point, it's kind of silly. Even Cook's making kind of a lot. I don't think we're going to find anyone too expensive past this point, which is good because don't want to be overpaying these guys. Sometimes where I've gone wrong with franchises in the past is overpaying those type of players. Okay, so now that we have some sort of cap room, we can go to. Okay, we have everyone pretty much who we want re-signed. We need to hire a cheap coach. Don't have that much budget available. Dave Rigetti. Yeah, no, I think we'll just have to have this done. Yeah, we'll do that manually or auto or whatever. Not really too concerned with it, quite frankly. We're gonna end spring training, and then we'll just get our lineup set. So I'm gonna go set this lineup. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back with the lineups. We're going Jamal Weeks, Gary Brown, Mike Moustakas, Yoenis Cespedes, Brandon Belt, Mike Olt, Darno, Michael Choice, and Jackson Profar, with Norris, Martin, Myers, and Mesoraco off the bench. Now the problem is, I think I'm going to send Derek Norris down to AAA and call up a middle infielder. I think we'll call Billy Hamilton. So that way we have just an infielder off the bench. That's solid. And then if we need someone who can cover the corner bases, we have Mike Olt. He can fill in for Belt if we need to. And then we can just plug someone at DH, and we pretty much copy that throughout all these lineups. So we take Olt out when he's not DHing, even though he probably should play first base over Belt, but I like keeping the righty-lefty stuff. So anyway, it's pretty good. I also went ahead and did the rotation. This is pretty simple. These are the 5 guys that are B overalls for me on my rotation. They're all righties. Trevor Bauer, Jared Parker, Shelby Miller, Mark Appel, and Matt Harvey. If AJ Griffin coming out of the bullpen, as well as Ryan Cook and Rich Thompson. And then Christian Martinez and Sean Doolittle as our setup men, and JP Howell as our closer. So as you can see, Zach Wheeler would be our 6th pitcher. He's a C overall, so hopefully he'll develop a little bit. And then Griffin is there. I'm not, he's a B potential, so I'm not too worried about, him, not, not, developing or whatever, so. Anyway, that's pretty solid for the year, I think. So, I'm just thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking if we wanted to salary dump someone else too, we could probably look at maybe Mesoraco. Just because Norris is still signed for another like 2 years, so we could end up trying to trade Mesoraco for like a Mike Zunino or something, just someone cheaper. But maybe we'll do that closer towards the trade deadline. For now, I like my team. This is a team that I definitely think could try to get to the playoffs. We're ranked 20th overall. It's not too good. Still kind of developing, so we'll see where it goes. But anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up this episode. So I thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. So I'm out. Peace.